Hey there everybody, hope you're doing great. I want to focus this video on multitasking versus unitasking. And I find that for most people, although you might be able to do have a certain number of windows up, you have a certain things that you're working on kind of task-wise, but when you're engaging one-on-one, it might be easier to do unitask. So just focus on one thing at a time, knock it out of the park, and then move on to your next task. Because oftentimes, as you get disrupted, you might find yourself needing a few, just even like a minute, 60 seconds just to get back into the swing of things. So I know for myself, I'm a total unitasker, right? So if someone comes in, one of the advisors or staff calls, or and I'm in the middle of, let's say, an email, I'll tell them, just hold on, let me just finish out this thought. Let me email them, and then I'll give you my full undivided attention. Because what I find, what happens is, if they start talking and I'm finishing off this email, I'm going to write in the email what I'm trying to say to them, and I'm going to say to them what I'm writing in the email. So it becomes very unproductive. So unitasking, I think, is often the best way to go in order to kind of bunch out your tasks. I know oftentimes it's probably the easiest for me as I look at doing emails. I'll bunch them at the top of the morning, right, from like kind of 8 to 8:45, hammer out the emails. I look at ones that are most important. Unsubscribing is extremely valuable to be able to get rid of some of that junk mail that's just floating around there, stuff that you're eventually not going to get around to. The other thing that I'll do then as I look at my tasks is I'll treat phoning and prospecting like its own task, and so, or its own appointment, excuse me. So from like 9 to 10, 9 to 10:30, that's when I'll hammer out the phone calls, that's when I hammer out the emails. So hopefully that's beneficial for you. But my question then to the community is, how do you bunch up your tasks, or do you find yourself being able to balance out between multitasking and then unitasking? Your thoughts, love to hear it.